Thought would do a quick video on my thoughts on the Capitol Hill riots. Um, are the Capitol Hill riots just the beginning? Protests that turned ugly from some far right Trump supporters. You know, you always have extremists on no matter what the movement is. And I still think the people wearing high mask and goggles and all that stuff. I think some of them were Antifa, not all of them, but I think they were there to incite. You're not gonna find who they are because they they covered their tracks pretty good. They covered their identities pretty damn good. I was looking at some videos and you see them wearing like handkerchiefs all the way up here, hat, glass, goggles, gas mask. I think. Then I was driving and I saw billboards asking for information to lead to arrest of some of those people. I don't think they're gonna find or identify the ones with those high masks. And then you had all these extreme Trump supporters, extremists that they were so dumb they weren't wearing masks. They weren't covering their identities. I don't know what the hell these people were. I don't know if you ever had somebody in your family or friend that does something so stupid and you tell them, you're like, damn, that was so damn stupid, man. That was the stupidest thing that you could ever done, you know? And that's why I was thinking, thinking today, and I was thinking for a while. I'm saying to myself, is this the beginning? I mean, we saw the riots in the summer where Antifa and BLM was rioting, burning stuff down, attacking the police, burning cop cars. I mean, going to people when they were eating in restaurants, and they were just, going off on people just trying to eat. Or they were blocking the roads, not letting cars by. And it just makes you wonder, man. We're gonna go through it's just a real trying time we're about to hit. Because you got 50% of the population, 50% that when they win office, they rule over the other 50%. And that's pissing people off. It's pissing people off. And even on the right, man, with the media always leaving information out. Like in that speech, Trump said, go over there and peacefully protest. So how they're gonna, and then if they impeach and convict him, it's gonna make things even worse. All right. I did a video where I think that impeaching Trump is a big mistake Democrats are making, because if he can't run, that lets another Republican run and possibly win, because I think the Democrats are gonna overreach. But I think these riots, I mean, if I'm over there watching clips and you see the National Guard, you see fences around the Capitol Hill, and it makes you wonder, it really makes you wonder if the government knows something more than we know. Because that's a hell of a show of force. It's like extreme. Imagine people in other countries, they're looking at us and they're seeing fences and they say like, man, America becoming a third world country? Literally, are we becoming a third world country? We got all this fencing around the Capitol Hill. It's crazy, and you see it. And just imagine if you traveled in time, let's say 10 years ago, and you traveled to this date, and you saw that fencing around there, and you saw the news, you'd be like, yo, anarchy is happening in the United States. Anarchy is happening in America. Just think about it. 10, 20 years ago, you traveled in a time machine. I know there's no time machine, but just think about it. And you traveled in time to this day and age, and you saw that fencing, and you saw the riots in the summer that BLM and Antifa was doing. And if you saw the riots that the extreme Trump supporters, I really thought it was a lot of Antifa. Originally, I said, man, that's Antifa. But I think there was a couple, not many, very little bit of Antifa hiding in there with the high mask, high handkerchiefs or whatever, with the goggles and the hat, really, really covering their identity. Which somebody told me my job. Oh, they got facial recognition. Not that they're covering their eyes with sunglasses and up here with a um, handkerchief or mask or whatever. I'm over there watching some clips. I don't like to watch the whole thing because I mean I'm like these fools, man. These extreme Trump supporters. Because I voted for Trump, and I was a Trump supporter, and I don't think he's gonna win again if he can run. Even if the riots didn't happen, I don't think he would have been able to win. Right? I highly don't think he would have been able to win. And that's why I think the Democrats are making a big mistake impeaching and convicting him, because that allows another Republican nominee to, I think, win the presidency in 4 years, because the Democrats are going to overreach. If you saw AOC and she did a TikTok or a YouTube video, and you could see that she was so happy. She's like, she looked in her face. She was talking about making a commission for the media, a commission for they can't spread half truths or something like that. You know, she was. I mean, you could see. Look at that video. She looked so damn happy, and you could see all these Democrat House members doing videos, and they're so gleeful. They're already becoming drunk in power. You know, because right now it's going to be 50-50 in the Senate, 50 Republicans and 50 Democrats, and Kamala Harris, the vice president, is the president of the Senate, and she will break the tie. And I'm telling you, Democrats stick together, Republicans don't. So they're gonna pass some crazy shit. They are gonna pass some crazy shit. There was one senator that said he's not gonna vote for packing the court, a Democrat senator. He's not gonna vote for making other states, making other, like the DC a territory, that's a territory, making it a state, making Puerto Rico a state. Who knows? They could probably think of splitting California into 3 states to add a whole bunch of senators. That way they're always in power. And that's Manchin. I think his name is Manchin, the senator. I think he's the senator. He said he's not going to vote for that. Oh man, the Democrats are going to twist his arms. Do not rely on that. Because I think the Democrats are going to twist his damn arms. They might have some secret information, some secret personal information on his ass. But that's why I said, I think these riots and the Democrats, I mean, see the media calling Trump supporters or Republicans or anybody that doesn't toe the line with the Democrats, with the liberals, or the cancel culture. All these movements, these movements, anyway, you know what movements I'm talking. I'm trying to remember another one. Anyways, where they cancel people out. They right now you got Twitter. You got Twitter removing conservatives and Republicans. You got Apple removing Parler from its app store. You have Google taking Parler off of the Google Play Store, and who knows if they talked to each other and said, hey Amazon, remove them from the cloud service. And I'm telling you, they're pissing people off, and my opinion is they're pissing people off purposely. I think the elite want this 50% war, you know, 50% war. I think the elite want this because you see big tech doing the shit they're doing, removing Parler, which does have terms of service. Right, they do have it, and a lot of this Capitol riots that the Trump supporters, extreme Trump supporters, we can't talk about all Trump supporters because there were some extreme idiots over there, and all of that stuff was planned on Twitter and Facebook, not on Parler. They've discovered that a whole bunch of it. So why don't they remove Twitter and Facebook? They're not going to, because these dudes are going to do the bidding. The government can't stop your free speech. The federal government cannot, because of free speech, the amendment in the Constitution. But there's a whole bunch of people going to be working in the Biden administration that worked for big tech. So I'm pretty sure they're still buddies with big tech. So, Biden is going to use big tech to, the Democrats are going to use big tech to stifle free speech. And people say, oh, it's a it's a private company. They can do that. But if it's seen that Biden has all these former tech people in his administration, and if it can be proven that they're using it to stifle free speech, I'm pretty sure at that point it could be proven that the government has something to do with this, and then that's a violation of the freedom of speech. So that's why I think these riots, these extreme Trump supporters, and Tifa BLM, I think this is the beginning, man. I think this is just the beginning. If you live in California, New York, any of these where's Portland, if you live anywhere like that, man, you're in danger, because these people are gonna be acting up big time. Any of these big cities. I live in Connecticut, so I don't think it'll happen here unless it's like in Hartford. But I think there's gonna be some crazy shit coming, people. And anyway, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think these riots are just the beginning? Look at all the National Guard in the Capitol, and for the inauguration. Do they really think they need that much? What do they know? What does the government know? What does the government know that they actually have all these National Guard? What does the government really know is going on or can go on? I think the federal government knows more than they're telling us. Because if you see that show of force, you're like, holy shit. And then there's these idiots that are going to all 50 capitals in the states, armed, that they're about to mess up the right to bear arms, man. That's a bunch of idiots out there, man. Literally, a bunch of idiots, man. They feel like their voices are being shut down right now by Facebook, Twitter, by Amazon. These people are, I think they're purposely pissing people off. I think they're purposely pissing people off. They want this. I don't know what you would call this, like a informational world war or something. We're about to have an informational war in America, because the left and now the right is going to start building their own cloud services. They already have Parler. They're not going to go. They're going to create their own platforms that cannot be removed. Because the big tech, Twitter, Facebook, Amazon thinks they're gonna quiet people. No, they're gonna create their own cloud service. That way they don't need Amazon. They already got Parler. They don't need Twitter. They got Rumble, where they don't need YouTube. I don't know why people out there, man, such idiots, inciting violence or the way they talk, and they mess it up for everybody, because you could have anybody go on Parler, even a left-wing person, and act like they're right-wing and say some crazy stuff in order to get Parler removed. The left doesn't play, the extreme left doesn't play any games. And right now, I think they done woken up the crazy-ass extreme right. I'm a conservative, so I'm not extreme. I saw that and I was like, what a bunch of idiots. I thought it was Antifa. Like I said, I think there was a few Antifa mixed in there that you'll never identify, because they were wearing scarves up to here, sunglasses, hats, all that stuff. You're not going to identify them. They already have one that was on CNN or something like that, and acting like he was a reporter when he was actually an extreme left-wing person. Anyways, like I said, if you live in New York, California, Portland, you got to be worried. I would not want to live in any of the big cities like that. Portland, LA, New York City. It's going to get crazy, people. It's going to get crazy. Anyways, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think. Honestly, comment, subscribe, like this video. Let me know what you think. I think we're in for some dark times. Biden called it, for when it comes to COVID, a dark winter or whatever. I think we're in for dark dark times the next 4 years, man. Well, next 4 years. I think they keep poking and poking and poking at one side. The media, the left wing is poking at the right. And the crazies on the right extremist, man, I'm telling you, it's scary. I hope I'm wrong, because I think if people want to protest or whatever, they go peacefully. They need to peacefully protest and go out there, make your case to the regular people, get them to go out there and vote. You know, that's the way you make change. Get them to go out there and vote. Talk to people about what you think in your side, have discussions, have debates, and that's how you make all this crazy riot stuff. That's, you know, what happened in the summer with the burning in Portland and attacking the police and all that stuff, man. I mean, just imagine some of these cops that have been charged, you know, some of them were charged with murder. Can they prove murder? Can you imagine if they find them not guilty on murder? Boy, we're gonna see some serious left-wing extremist riots. It's gonna get ugly. They're gonna roll into who knows, the suburbs. They're gonna, oh man, I'd hate to even imagine. Anyways, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like this video. And I just thought I'd let my little freedom of speech here on YouTube, you know, get my my speech out there. And peace out.